Hey everyone, this is Young Gun Farmer 416. Just out on a first sunny day, really nice day in March. Haven't seen it this warm in March in a very long time in Ontario. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something here. There's a little bit of a stigma or an ego when it comes to certain brands of tractors. And I hate to name names, but the big one that everyone believes that you should have is John Deere equipment. John Deere, top of the line. She's got to be John Deere or it's nothing. Well, I don't mind if you buy it and it's at a good price, but a premium is fine, but you got to draw a line. My perfect example is the tractor that I'm going to show you a little bit farther in the video that we bought for our farm, and it's a Landini Mythos 110. Some people would look down on it a little bit because it's a European tractor. But what I look at is if I was to buy this exact same tractor, not exact, but a similar tractor from John Deere, it would be double the price. 2 times the price for the exact same usage. It comes down to numbers at the end of the day. You can't buy a tractor that's double the price. You're not going to get double the value out of the exact same tractor. I know they say they build them really well, and I get that. But the problem is you're not going to get double the price in value. As long as you don't overuse your tractor, and that's another key buying thing, is you can't buy a tractor that's too small trying to save money. It just doesn't work. All you're going to do is burn out a transmission or burn out an engine or break stuff, because when you're dealing in horsepower over 100 horse, or even that gap between, I would say, 75 and 100, there's a big difference in the way they build them. This one we got, the 110, it's pretty good. I can't really complain, but I don't overwork it. Like, I'm not planning on pulling something that's going to tear the back end out of it. Yeah, I try and use it not too hard on it, because at the end of the day, I don't mind doing the work and using it like it's supposed to be used. But if you abuse equipment, it's just going to cost you too much money, and the margins are thin farming as it is. You don't want to be breaking everything. But yeah, that's my big thing, and I look at it, and brand loyalty, yes, it does make sense. And not that long ago, there wasn't that much price difference between John Deere and some of the other brands. Are they the best all the time? I would say no. There's certain things they do very, very well, but overall, if you don't have a whole lot of knowledge in farming and the money doesn't matter, I get it. Usually, almost all of their products are pretty good. Like, there's nothing where I can say that John Deere makes that is total garbage. It just doesn't exist. They're usually average. Are they the best at everything? I would say no. There's certain things that they're good, but there's certain things that there's other companies that do a better job. The big one is in Europe. A lot of the stuff that we do here in North America is designed for bigger and better. And in Ontario, especially, there just isn't the land. You're not doing 1,000-acre squares, or you're not doing 500-acre squares. You're doing 100, if you're lucky, squares. So the idea of having massive, gotta go big equipment, it doesn't make sense, especially for road usage and everything like that. So I find that we look a lot more at stuff that comes out of the concepts out of Europe, because it's becoming smaller and smaller squares. Being most efficient, like they've already kind of specialized in smaller stuff. Not small, but you're not needing massive stuff, like a lot of people think. So that's my big thing. We do hay. That's our big thing here, and a lot of people they look at you and say you gotta have green all the way, gotta have green all the way. But they do certain things good. There's certain things that they do very, very well. I'll be quite honest with you. When I'm looking at a baler, I would love to have a John Deere baler, because they build them very, very well. It's very simplified. The less parts moving, the less things to break. And the way parts and equipment cost you, when it breaks, it's expensive. So the simpler it is, the better. Would I say that they're the best mowers? In my opinion, no. We just bought a fingers crossed here. We got a I can't even think here. Kuhn baler, or Kuhn mower, sorry. And it's incredible. Like, it's all geared. There's no belts, and it's just an incredible design. A lot of the Kuhn equipment I really, really like. Yeah, so we got one of them, and I'm pretty excited. And just the way they thought it out and how everything's kind of planned. A lot of the stuff from hay equipment, if you don't know, actually from John Deere, is based off Kuhn designs. But Kuhn came out of Europe, right? And they're doing a lot of hay, and it's a big deal over there. So a lot of the concepts that they move forward came out of Europe originally, and then North America kind of caught up. You look at some of the European balers, it's incredible what they do. It's incredible what they pump out on efficiency, because they need to. They're smaller land, and they have to get more per acre. And I think that's the way Ontario goes too. You got to get more per acre. The more you can get out of each 100 acres, the better you're going to do, because it's just the price of land. You can't afford to buy it, so you're renting it, and there's just not as much land around. So you got to be as effective as you can be on 100 acres. I know I'm kind of dragging this out. I know, where am I at? 6 minutes here, but yeah, that's my thing on John Deere equipment. I like it. A lot of their stuff's great, but as I said, I don't mind paying a premium. I can't justify double. It just doesn't make sense. You see a lot of used tractors, John Deere tractors out there, where they've got almost 10,000 hours, and they want as much as some of the other brands with 3 or 4. So you know, if you're in that type of hour range, you're going to be working on an engine or a transmission. There's no ways around it. I don't care how well you build them. There's just no way around it. So it's got to make sense. And that's my take on going green and green alone. Look for the best built that you can buy for the money you have, right? And that's what works. And go from there, right? Sometimes there's hidden gems and brands you don't really expect. So take care, guys. That's Young Gun Farmer signing out for the day. Take care. Enjoy the sun.